Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is the Acer Switch Alpha 12, which is a 2-in-1 tablet with a detachable keyboard and a built-in kickstand, and has a starting price of $599, which makes it seem a little expensive compared to some entry-level 2-in-1s, but this one, at the entry level, will have a 2160 by 1440 pixel display, Windows 10 software, and Intel Core i3 Skylake processor, as well as probably about 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Models of this 12-inch 2-in-1 will be available with all the way up to a Core i7 processor, up to 8 gigabytes of RAM, and up to 512 gigabytes of storage. Clearly, it'll cost more if you want all of those specifications. And no matter which of those versions you get, even though it's got a Core processor, a Core i series processor as opposed to Core M, it has a fanless design thanks to a liquid cooling system designed by Acer. So let's take a look at sort of some of the features here. The kickstand is adjustable to a fairly wide variety of angles here, allowing you to position the laptop nearly flat. Well, I mean, you could just position it flat on the table, or at a number of other angles by pushing back on it. It's got a sort of rubber edge here. And let's go ahead and open it back up again. And I'll show you how that works. So we can adjust it down or up, which is a little hard to do with one hand as I'm holding this, but there we go. The keyboard dock is actually held together by magnets, and you can do it at a couple of different angles, so you can have it sort of flat or positioned up. Let's do that again with the camera in focus. And as I mentioned, you can detach it with magnets, but it's held together pretty tightly so that all you really need to do is bring the tablet close and it'll automatically pinch your finger as it's in the way. It's a full-size keyboard here with tactile touch here. We've got a touch surface below, and the screen looks pretty good from a variety of angles. It's an IPS glossy display, again 2160 by 1440. On the sides of the device, we've got power and Windows buttons and volume buttons, a couple of other ports over here on the side. We've got USB Type-C connector, full-size USB, and a headset jack, as well as power. And the tablet plus the keyboard weighs about 2.8 pounds. The tablet itself weighs about 2 pounds. Keyboard is about 0.35. And Acer says you should be able to get up to about 8 hours of battery life. There's also a 1080p Full HD camera with a 88-degree wide-angle lens. It's a touchscreen, and it does support an optional Acer Active Pen, if that's something you want, or optional Acer docking stations, which there's one over there I'll show you in a moment. So anyways, that's a quick look at the device. You can see the pen would go into a loop here in the keyboard. So it's a pretty nice looking device, more powerful than a lot of devices in this size range, and fanless system, which is sort of a nice feature to boot. Coming soon for $599 and up, and one of the more powerful 12-inch 2-in-1s that I've seen that has a fanless design. You can also see, looks like speakers here up top. As for that USB-C, oh, here's the pen. Just get a quick shot of that. And as for that docking station I was mentioning, this is a USB-C dock that adds a whole bunch of ports, including additional USB-C, Ethernet, USB Type-A, and separate audio jacks for in and out. So that'll work with pretty much any device that has USB Type-C connectivity, but if you're thinking there's not enough ports on that tablet, that's something that would come in handy. So that's the Acer Aspire Alpha, or Acer Switch Alpha 12 tablet with the optional pen and other accessories. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing.